Hey there, YouTube. This is day 2, January 2nd, year 35. Now that we've got all the boring stuff out of the way, try to be a little more direct and keep it shorter, positive. So, aside from actually writing down tangible goals that I have for this year, one of my resolutions is to drink 100 ounces of water every single day and to not eat candy, not drink soda, not have any cakes or donuts. And you think like that would be an easy thing to do, but at work they just like flow like the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Like it's just everywhere. So like I really have to put my foot down and make an effort to avoid sweets. I don't buy them. I'd never buy them. I don't really know if I ever had an inclination to have like tons of sweets in the house, but they just always end up in my life and I eat everything I see. So I need to have a little bit more willpower. So again, I do not have a scale, but I know what my body looks like and it's not super great. I took my measurements today, and I didn't have an actual tape, like a flexible tape measure. I just have like a hardware one, and so I had to use an iPhone cord, and then like wherever the measure was, just use the metal one to actually see what it was. So for memory, my waist, so like around where my waistband would be, was 37.5 inches. Around where my belly button is 38 inches. Actually, no, it was the other way around. So my waist was 38 inches. My belly button was 37.5 inches. Around my chest was 42 inches, just like across my nipples. My arm, again, I didn't flex for any of this, and I won't at the end of the year either. My arm was 13.5 inches, so like around my bicep. My thigh and quad area was 24.5 inches, and my calf was 16 inches. I think the weight is kind of irrelevant because it doesn't really, like I've been in peak physical and optimal shape, and your weight doesn't necessarily translate to what you look like. Like on a lot of indexes, when I was 210 and just like an Adonis, I was like on the obese scale in like every book, but I was like in perfect shape. So, that being said, I have a lot to do. I have a lot of work to do going forward. I'm really excited about it. I think the number one thing that's going to help me is just eliminating excess food in my diet, right? And just focusing on just having copious amounts of water every single day throughout the day, not all in one sitting. Don't just guzzle it. Have 16-ounce glasses of water, bottle, half-liter bottles of water every single day, which adds up to the magic number of 100. So, or just really, really close to 100. So that's kind of my benchmark there. And anything over that is just a plus. So that's goal number 1, like something these are measurable things. These are easy to do, these are about self-control, and these aren't things, I'm not saying I'm going to bench 350 pounds, or I'm just doing things that I know that I can control. These are choices that I'm making. So that's goal number 1 and 2. So water intake, laying off candy and sweets. And I will not do another measurement of myself until February 1st, which would be month 2 of year 35. It would be day 32, I suppose. In terms of my financial goals, so I looked at my financial statements, and let me just start off by saying there are a few caveats to this. But I like to look at my bank account on the 1st of every year. It's kind of see where it's at. I don't really need to screenshot it, but I'm sitting at, and we don't have a mortgage. We rent. We have 2 Priuses. We have a 2012 Prius and a 2010 Prius. Both are paid for. So we don't make car payments, but we do rent where we live in Los Angeles, like most people that are under the age of 50, because it's just impossible. I have about 10,000 in savings. So, and it doesn't really matter like, oh, that I have money coming from this or that or this. On January 1st, when I opened up my bank account, I paid off my credit card completely, and I had just over 10,000 in savings and like $800 in stock. So call what you want. If I wanted to liquidate that straight away, I'd have right around $12,000 in liquid assets, right? Because you can pretty much sell stock through your, you do it through the bank. You can pretty much do it immediately at market value. So sure, maybe if we moved somewhere and I sold a car, or I was taking, we moved to New York City and take a train. Yes, I might sell cars, but right now that I have $12,000 to my name between my wife and I, and it doesn't really matter, if I am expecting money to come in or whatever on day 365 this year. Actually, it'll be 366 because this is a leap year. We will do a screenshot of what it looks like now. So, or what it will look like then. So I'm at around $12,000 now, and we'll do that at the end of the year. And maybe I'll just be a little more thorough with what's happened that has gotten that number to whatever point it's at. And that's pretty much it. My workout routine is kind of non-existent right now. It's just kind of one of those things, like it's really tough. I feel like I'm tired at the end of every day. I get home from work and I don't have a desire to do anything immediate. And so like it's tough to motivate myself to want to work out. The only thing that I make sure that I do every day, and I have been doing at least for the last like month or so, and I have missed like 1 or 2 days, is arm care. So I'll do like about a 5 to 7 minute arm care routine, just work on my rotator cuff and strengthen the area. I found these 2 bocce balls at a thrift store for $1 each, and they weigh just over 3 pounds, and like the perfect weight for like working on your rotator cuff. So I've been doing that. But when I was throwing more consistently last summer, so it was in June, July, I was kind of getting a little bit excited. I was I wanted to start pitching again and just see what would happen. And I was getting excited, and I was actually starting to throw over 80 miles an hour again. Granted, it's like full speed. Like when I'm throwing under control, I was throwing like high 70s. But I was throwing, I was actually hitting like several times. I hit 80 point something on the radar. And then I had an experience where we had a youth activity with the kids at church, and I brought the radar gun and some baseballs. And I kind of hurt my arm, and I couldn't, like that day, I'm the guy that pitched in college, and I used to throw in the low 90s, and I have aspirations to play at a competitive level. Obviously, I should be the one throwing the hardest out of all these kids, and some guys that are out of shape. Well, anyways, I didn't. There was one of the leaders. He hit 70, and actually one of the youth hit like 64, and I hit, like my arm was hanging, and I hit 66, and that was the last time I've thrown a baseball. Was that day. I've played softball, so like I have thrown a softball a bit, but I haven't, like, softball is not like what I love. Like I don't enjoy playing in these beer leagues that much, where there's just, there's like the competitive juices just aren't there in most of the guys. So it's not as fun for me. Like it's fun for me to be competitive and like, a little bit of stress, like the last inning, like close game, like if the ball comes to me, this is what I need to do. Like I miss that. So that was like July. I haven't thrown a baseball in like a little over 5 months, and I'm a little nervous to break out the radar gun. I think I just need to start throwing again consistently and not really worry about how hard I'm throwing. It's working about like the strengthening of my arm and those muscles in there. But I have been doing my rotator cuff exercises religiously as of late, and so I'm hoping that that will be evidenced by the way my arm feels. Try not to ramble too much, but yeah, that's just what I want to make focus today. Like, I'm pretty much in a tear down mode with my body. My body's like probably close to the worst shape I've ever been in. Like, this is, I don't, again, until I actually have a scale, like a credible scale, I don't really know how bad it is, but I know what it looks like. And so, it doesn't look good. But, I know that it only takes a matter of months to get in phenomenal shape again. And it's a choice, right? If you make the choice and you go hard and you do it, like, it will work out. So I'm still a little bit not quite on my game in terms of feeling motivated to work out. I will do my arm care, but I want to get to that point where, like, I'm excited for the next workout and I have like a schedule and a routine. But just know that I'm doing okay on my first two goals, because I haven't had any candy or sweets or anything in 2 days, and I've been able to I started on December 31st, and I've been drinking 100 ounces of water for those days as well. So, I mean, we're off to a good start, and I know, because I've done this in the past, I know that this matters and it will make a difference, and I'm excited to see where it takes me. So, guys, thanks for watching. If you're watching this video, it means that I've probably done some good things throughout the year that have caused you to go back, because I did not get a single video on day one between the time I uploaded it and now. So I anticipate that's going to be the case for a while, and until there's some serious progress. I don't anticipate that these videos in real time will get much traction, and that's perfectly okay, and that's exactly what I deserve. And I'm okay with that. So again, thank you guys for watching. God bless you. Have a great day.